The Ministry of Justice. Yes, I'm moving very fast. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. Take care.
Up next in the Standing Finance Committee is the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Tertiary Education and Skills Training has just completed its examination. The estimates for fiscal 2015 totaling $2,778,459,841 for recurrent expenditure and the development program. As stated before, up next is the Ministry of Justice. The Minister of Justice, Senator the Honourable Emmanuel George, has taken his place. We go over now to the chamber.
Thank you very much. We are going to resume at this time with the Ministry of Justice, Head 58, in the sum of $767,489,600. I will now invite the Honourable Minister of Justice, if he so desires, to make a brief opening statement for no more than 5 minutes as it relates to the priority areas of your ministry. You, if you wish to take the time, you are so invited to do so at this time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And may I, for the moment, decline that invitation?
No problem.
And we can proceed.
No problem. Honourable members, the question is that the sum of $767,489,600 for Head 58, the Ministry of Justice, stand part of the schedule. Honourable members, the sum of $767,489,600 for Head 58, the Ministry of Justice, is comprised of monies proposed for expenditure under the following subheads and items to be found in the draft estimates of the recurrent expenditure and the draft estimates of the development program. Subhead 01, Personal Expenditure. Item 1, General Administration. Item 3, Forensic Science Center. Item 4, Prison Service. I recognize the Honourable Member for Laventille East. Mover.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to, I'm seeing here under sub-item 03, overtime. I just would like to know what caused this jump in an increase in overtime of $17 million.
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this increase arose as a result of the fact that despite many of our efforts, there could not be a environment last year to pay the overtime owed to the prison officers. So it has been accounted for here by this increase in $17 million so that we could pay the sums due and outstanding for last year to prison officers.
Okay. We go to subhead 02, Goods and Services. We are proceeding. You're going to Goods and Services, right?
No, before.
Oh, all right. So you're still on prison service?
Yes, I
okay. Yes.
08.
08.
Vacant posts.
Vacant posts.
I know that there have been some rumblings about filling up vacancies. So I see here an increase in $15 million. Could you tell me what accounts for that?
Yeah, Honourable Minister.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, in respect of the vacant posts, there are currently about 500 odd vacant posts at the prison, in the prison service, and this is as a result of the retirement from the prison service of persons who take the opportunity to retire before time and so on, as well as those who retire at 50 and 55. So because of the unpredictability of these retirements, you find yourself in a position where you have a lot of vacant posts. This, then there are vacant posts also in the hierarchy, the top echelons. These two exist and have to be filled.
Yes,
just want to know how long has these posts been vacant? Could we get that information, please?
Well, I suppose the information will be on
Can
file,
get
but
it-
we
could we
won't
get
have
it
it here.
before the
but-
end of the year?
Yes.
You could provide us with
Could we
a,
get that,
how long these vacant posts have been vacant?
vacant, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's proceed. We go to subhead 02, Goods and Services, item 1, General Administration. I recognize LeBray.
Yeah, item 36.
Item
Extraordinary
36.
expenditure.
Yes.
13,594,000 2013. All right, and of course we have 28 million and so on. My concern is that for extraordinary expenditure, 30 million look like plenty money.
Well, it is, this money is money that is for the Witness Protection Program. And that is a costly program.
30 million.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, let's go. We go to item 3, Forensic Science Center. The Honourable Member for Laventille West.
Insurance.
Yes.
Insurance for what exactly? What?
I have been informing the public and the Parliament from time to time that the Forensic Science Center is equipping itself with state-of-the-art equipment. And we want to ensure those items of equipment because they are very costly. And we do not want to follow the normal process or procedure of government where we don't insure things. I think it is important that we insure these items of equipment.
Who is the
and
carrier
this
of that insurance policy?
Was that?
Who is the carrier of that insurance
Well,
policy?
the money is set aside for it here if you see it for the first time. So there's no carriers yet. The money is set aside for it in the coming year.
All right, we go into item 4, Prison Service. Item 5, okay, item 4, Prison Service. Member for Laventille East Mover and Laventille West.
Mr. Chair.
And member for the Gumati Northeast? Okay, I recognize you as well. So member for Laventille
Mr.
East
Chair, I
Mover?
have a few questions.
Yes, you go ahead.
All right, thank you. Concerning 16, contract employment. I would want to know what constitutes this contract employment, an increase of 54,470.
Could you take those questions on because the Honourable Member has a few questions?
Yeah. Concerning contract employment under 16, okay?
Yes.
Training, I also would like to know if adequate training is taking place, because I know that there has been some problems with succession planning in the various services. So I'm asking about that concerning prison service. Repairs and maintenance to buildings, number 21. Why I ask this question is because, Mr. Minister, I know in the past in the prison service, a lot of repairs and so on would take place. The prisoners will do those repairs. I understand this is not taking place as much as before, but contracts are being awarded. Many contracts are being awarded for jobs that prisoners could have done, all right? So I would like to know what is happening here concerning contracts in the prison service. Why now everything to be done, a contract is being awarded, while prisoners could have done that contract? Also, food at institutions, there's an increase of 1.2 million. Could you tell me what has caused this increase? Security services, I see there's an amount of 19 million. Could I get an explanation on that, please?
All right, those are the questions?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Respond. Then we go to Laventille West and then the Gumati Northeast.
Yeah.
That she raised.
All right, well, okay, well, Laventille West and then the Gumati Northeast. Yes, you were.
She asked the question that I was. Sorry.
So you're not going to get, all right. So go ahead.
So go ahead.
You
Okay.
speak, yeah.
No, I have a question on 58.
58.
Sorry, on 00421, that the member for Laventille East Mover asked about repairs and maintenance. Of
Yes,
buildings.
you can pose your question and the
let me
minister
ask
will
it
take it
right.
down and respond.
Could the minister tell me which buildings are these?
Which buildings
Zero,
are?
zero, let me find,
We are
Page
287.
21.
287.
Yeah,
21,
21,
okay.
repairs and maintenance buildings.
Yes.
He would like to know which buildings are these.
All right, okay.
I recognize some hand going up, the member for Digo Martin Central.
The work
After
contract,
he
okay.
answers
no
that
problem.
Wait.
question,
Yes.
on that same line item, when he says which buildings these are, could he say how this 5.5 million is allocated to those buildings?
Right, so the buildings and how the monies are allocated. Right.
Okay.
No problem. Let me just.
So we ask you,
you want to answer
why the increase in contract employment?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
The response is that from time to time, the Commissioner of Prisons will encounter works that will require him to use a contractor rather than in-house. And so we have to use the contractors as against using the prisoners. But let me say categorically here that the use of the prisoners to do works in the prison buildings for maintenance and so on, and even for construction of new buildings is ongoing. And I have the acting commissioner here, or deputy commissioner, and he could testify to that because they have been assuring me that that is what is going on, and I've seen it for myself on my visits there.
Now, my question was, it really has to deal with the fact that, yes, I know that some of that is taking place, but not as much as before, because there is work being contracted out that prisoners can do, because that the women's prison was built by prisoners.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm aware that there's a new administration building there that was built by prisoners, but there are still certain works that we have to contract. For example,
I agree with you.
Yeah, so I hope that explains that particular.
It does not.
It doesn't?
Because it's not enough.
You just said you knew, so that's
No,
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
work is taking place. I know that prisoners are doing some, but I'm talking about now there is a difference, okay? A lot of work that could be done by prisoners are being contracted out. Much more contracts are being given out. That's my
Well-
point, all right?
Noted.
Okay.
Although I dispute it. In respect of the food at institutions, let me answer that one. I think that we have to take as much care of the prisoners as we can, and the increase in the cost of food is provided for to ensure that we can properly feed the prisoners. Yes, you have to take care of them. They are in our care.
Mr.
Yeah, we cannot
They're in our care.
gain
And we have to take care of them.
Listen, let the minister respond, and we will take it from there. Continue, Honourable Minister.
In respect of training for prison officers is an ongoing exercise, and I assure you that that is an exercise that we view with considerable seriousness, and we're proceeding with it. And that is the reason why you will see an increase in the provision for training of prison officers.
You didn't answer one thing about
No,
succession planning. That's my question. You didn't answer the question, Mr. Chairman.
The matter of succession planning, well, the training and the succession planning are part and parcel of the
That's what I
same
wanted to know.
exercise.
If it's
Yes,
part of it.
Okay.
yes.
All right, continue, please.
I think those were the ones that the
Security services, I think somebody mentioned.
Yes, yes.
This one is. This covers the prisoner transport, right? For the transport of prisoners from the prisons to the various courts, that is what that is for. Security services.
All right, continue. I think the member for Laventille,
those are the ones.
for Degomate Northeast, buildings.
Repairs and maintenance of buildings. Well, the buildings, of course, there are many of the buildings at the prisons are old buildings, and there's an ongoing maintenance program that we are pursuing, and hence we've made provision. Huh? Well,
Could you list them for me?
I suppose we could list them and
You
get them to
don't
the
know what
minister.
prisons you have?
Huh?
You have the women's prison, the men's prison, Golden Grove, Maximum.
Well, yeah, we have all of them, yes, and works go on at all of them. So we list them, you list them and get the information to you.
Right.
No problem.
So it's virtually all the prisons?
Yes, you have to
So
maintain.
this, no. This 5 million is for all the prisons? That?
The current prison building, well, we have other provisions made.
My
for it.
difficulty is, these buildings, as you quite rightly have just said, are very old. 5 million might do piece of a roof on one of the buildings.
Well,
That's why I want to know what's the breakdown of this allocation of this 5 million? This is
Well, for-
woefully inadequate.
Well, for maintenance work, we will try to make do with what we have.
$5 million?
We will try to make do with what we have.
It should be about $500 million. So could I get a breakdown, please?
We will make do with what we have.
Could
No
I get
problem.
a breakdown, please? Is that a yes or no?
Well, we will give it to you as far as we can.
As far as you can, you must know how you came up with this figure. Could you break it down prison by prison for me, please?
This is the figure that was allocated to.
Yeah, but based on a request.
Yes. So we will give you the.
What, 10,000 for this prison, 50,000 for that one? That's what I want to know.
We will get that to you, sir.
Okay.
Honourable member.
Okay, I recognize the member for the Gumat in Central.
Chairman, item 2.3, fees.
Yes.
I just want to try to distinguish, if the minister could distinguish these fees here from the fees, Chairman, the fees in the public domain with respect to the Attorney General's responsibility. How are the two allocations distinguished? And then why are we asking for 200,000 when the most we spend is 40,000 under this particular line item?
Do you use consultants? Excuse? Do you use consultants as well? Well, the commissioner has indicated that they use consultants from time to time, and they will pay them fees. That's my information.
These are not legal fees?
No.
Okay, but why 200,000 when the most we spent is 40?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that question for you, but we would seek to provide that information regarding the difference.
All right, so we could go now to item 5, Prison Service Tobago. We go to subhead 03, minor equipment purchases. Item 1, General Administration. Item 3, Forensic Science Center. Item 4, Prison Service. Which one? Which one are you?
Okay.